Well, hello, wonderful educators, and welcome to Oasis for Teachers. It is a place where we are helping teachers become the whole educator and overcome burnout through intentional self-care in their body, mind, spirit, finances, and in relationships. And today, we're going to talk about something that is so very important. It is all about loving ourselves. What is self-love? Why is it important? And how can we cultivate that love in our lives? So let's talk about it. Hey, it's JL Waters, your Oasis mentor here. And again, welcome to Oasis for Teachers. I am so excited to have this series with you. We're going to be talking all about self-love and how we can love ourselves. And throughout this month and throughout this series, we're going to be speaking to loving ourselves. For more resources on how to overcome and to prevent that teacher burnout, go to oasisedservices.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel and share this video with a teacher who needs to cultivate that love within themselves. All right, so first of all, let's just talk about what is self-love. So self-love is practicing care for yourself, valuing yourself enough to make sure that you're taking care of your needs. And this is mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. It is the foundation. It's not selfish. It is foundational. When you love yourself well, you will show up for others in your life as well. So I want to just talk about the foundations of self-love. Now I know we've talked about different types of love before. We know agape love, which is that unconditional love. We know eros love, which is all about, passionate or sexual love. But there's a self-love. These types of love, the Greeks, they knew all about it. They were all about love. And there are so many types of love that they talked about. And one of the types of love that a lot of times we don't talk about is actually self-love. So in the Greek, it is pronounced philautia. Philautia. It's beautiful. And it means self-love, valuing yourself, loving yourself. In philautia, it can be healthy or it can be unhealthy, as any love can be. So healthy philautia or self-love, it's self-compassion, it's self-respect, it's recognizing your worth and not placing others ahead of yourself to the point that it is detrimental to your self-esteem. Now, unhealthy philautia, on the other hand, is when you get into that haughtiness, that arrogance, that narcissism, where it is an unhealthy love of yourself. But healthy self-love is so foundational to you being that whole educator, to you being exactly who God wants you to be. So let's talk about why self-love is important. Because when you don't love yourself, these are some signs or some things that you might see in your life. You overextend yourself, you accept poor treatment, you might tie your worth to your productivity, or you may feel guilt about resting. Boy, does that hit home, because I know at one time or another in my life, every single one of those definitely were an issue. But with self-love, we are better able to set healthy boundaries, to recover from burnout, make aligned decisions, and model wholeness for others. Because remember, you can't pour from an empty cup, and you shouldn't have to. When you're filling that cup, when you are taking care of yourself, self-care, you are showing yourself self-love. All right, so now we've talked about what self-love is. We've talked about why it's important. Let's talk about some steps that you can take to help to cultivate that self-love. So the same way, if you were in a relationship, whether that's a romantic relationship, a relationship with a sibling or a friend or with your children, you want to cultivate that relationship. You want to do intentional things to let that person know that you love them. You want to, do acts to show them you love them, words to say that you love them, all of these things. So you want to also do these things for yourself. So let's talk about some ways. Step number 1, change the way you talk to yourself. This is so very important. So I want you to just reflect and think about how you're talking to yourself. What do you say to yourself the majority of the day? And if you were in a relationship with someone who spoke to you in that way, would you want to continue that relationship? So let's not do that to ourselves. The same way in a relationship, you want to tell someone, I love you. I think you're beautiful. I think you're handsome. Thank you for all that you do. You're wonderful. I love being married to you. I love being your mother. I love being your father. I'm grateful to be your teacher. You're amazing. You're stunning. I'm grateful for you in my life. The same way you speak that way and you say those things to people who you love, we want to make sure that we're doing that to ourselves as well. So you want to notice that inner dialogue. What are you saying to yourself? And if it's harsh, you want to pause, you want to name that and realize, no, that's not me. That is not me. I am this, and reframe it to something positive, the truth, who you really are. And then again, you want to make sure you're speaking to yourself the same way you would speak to someone that you truly love and care about. All right, step number 2, you want to set one small boundary. So it doesn't have to be some big, huge thing. We want to make this intentional, but also doable and something that you'll continue to do. So sometimes when you're trying to start a habit or you're trying to start something new, it's best to start small. So you could start with just one very intentional, small no. It could be, no, I don't like the way you said this thing to me. I prefer, or I would wish that you would say things in this way to me. It could be, no, I'm not going to take my laptop. I'm not going to take my laptop home today. I'm going to go home and I'm going to take care of myself. Or no, I don't want to do this certain thing. I don't have the capacity for it right now. You know what? That is okay. Setting those small boundaries is speaking to yourself that you are important. Hey, I am important, and I'm important enough to make sure that I'm taking care of myself and saying no to things that are draining me of that vital energy. Protecting your energy is an act of self-care and self-love. All right, step number 3, rest without earning it. Rest is just essential, period. You don't have to earn it. It is a gift. Give it to yourself. So just think of it more as rest is a requirement, not a reward. And giving yourself rest is showing you that, hey, I love you. I want to take care of this body. I want to take care of this mind, this spirit, my whole entire being. I'm becoming the whole educator. I need to make sure that I am resting. And it speaks to yourself, I love you enough, and I'm going to take care of you and give you the rest that you deserve. All right, here we go. Step number 4, meet yourself where you are. This is so very important, especially for people like myself who are recovering perfectionists. So meet yourself where you are. You don't have to wait to love yourself or to take care of yourself when you get to a certain place. When I overcome this thing, I'm going to love myself. I'm going to love myself when I lose the weight. I'm going to love myself when I get this degree. I'm going to love myself when I do whatever it is. Don't wait. Love yourself now. Stop waiting to love yourself until you get to some goal or destination or you have to improve. Realize that you're lovable and you are worthy from the moment that you were born. God made you worthy. You don't have to earn it. So give yourself that same compassion and grace and love yourself through the journey. All right. And step number 5, do at least one supportive thing daily. Because the same way as you're in a relationship with someone every single day, you want to do something to show your love and support to your children, your coworkers, your partner or your spouse, your students, whoever they are. You want to also do that for yourself. Can you imagine if you were in a relationship and the person went day after day after day, ignoring you, not supporting you, not giving you words or acts of love and kindness? You would not want to be in a relationship with that person. So let's do it for ourselves as well. So every single day, do something to show you that you love you. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be some huge elaborate thing. It could be something as simple as, mirror work, speaking in the mirror, those words of affirmation and how much you love yourself, taking a walk, working out, writing yourself a love note, texting yourself a text message. There's nothing wrong with that. I've done that before. I have scheduled a text message, and throughout the day, I might get a text message from my own number saying, girl, you are beautiful. I love you. You are doing the thing. Send yourself flowers or buy yourself flowers. That's a song. I can buy myself flowers. Y'all know I'm all about a song. Anyway, but listen, do special little things for yourself. If it makes you happy, do these little things for yourself. You are just planting seeds of love, and it's going to grow and flourish just beautiful fruit in your life. All right. So self-love is so very important. It's just like what Whitney sang. I'm not singing the song. I'm not Whitney. She did that. But when she talks about in the greatest love of all, learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. Listen, that's a word right there. She was so very true. She was so very correct. Listen, when you learn to love yourself, when you intentionally love yourself, it will not only change your relationship with yourself, it'll change your relationship with God, it'll change your relationship with others, and you will be on that road to becoming the whole educator. Listen, self-love is a daily practice. It's not a perfect one, but every single day I want you to show up for yourself, showing yourself that you love you. Remember, you are worthy of rest, love, and care. There's so much greatness in you. Go forth and be great. And I'll see you next time in the Oasis.